For now, Pete, obviously a lot of brilliant performances throughout week 2, but in my opinion and the opinion of the expert pundits, player of the week goes to Harrison Goddard, the number 9 for the Giltinis. When his name was announced as a signing, really got my attention because he's a young player with Super Rugby experience and ambitions. But what a live wire and what a player he was for LA this weekend, Pete.
Love watching him play. Like, the quality of 9s in this competition is pretty high. We've got Danny Chisatala, we've got Andy Ellis, we've got Nate Osberger, and Harrison is as good and probably right now playing better than any of them.
Yeah, he is outstanding. Well, let's not stand on ceremony. Let's bring the man himself into the show. LA Giltinis, number 9, Harrison Goddard.
When I was in Australia watching it last year, I think there was a lot of following. Like when I was with the Rebels, a lot of people were watching it on their phones, and a bit of chat was like, "Oh, I'd love to play here, I'd love to play over there." So I think, I don't know, just the way people look at the MLR as a fast up-tempo game, and people who've been watching it, messaging me in the first 2 weeks of this round of this comp, they want to get here too. I've got a few mates that are like, I want to come in and have a crack at it, and they're jealous that I'm in LA because they've always wanted to come here too. So I think it's a great standard, and I think it's only going to get better, as I said. Yeah, it was awesome. I think I was about 6 or 7 when I first started watching Giteau and Swoop play. I showed the photo I put on Instagram. I showed him that right before kickoff, and he was like, "What the?" His jaw dropped, and I said, "Oh, no way! I can't believe that." I think I was only 11 at the time, and I remember it. I was watching. I think they were versing the Chiefs, and I was too shy to go over to him, and Mum grabbed me by my collar and said, "You got to get a photo. You never know what happens. You got to go over there and say hello." So thankfully, I listened to my mum. Always got to listen to your mum. So it's pretty cool to put the photo next to that, and it's awesome to play and learn off those two and other people in the team. It's been working so far. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I think probably what's let us down firstly is just our a little bit of our exiting and our skills. I think the first 2 games I sort of noticed like we haven't built much phases past 7 or 8 phases, like that good quality flow footy past 8 phases. Either penalties, just being ill-disciplined, or just silly mistakes. I think that's cost us a fair bit. But what's been working well, I think we've been when we do get the ball quick, we're going fast, and we're playing that up-tempo footy, as I said. But as long as we stay ill-disciplined, I think that's what's key to putting points on the board. Yeah, our 4-pack's pretty experienced. Lots of old heads there, lots of knowledge, a lot of games under their belt. So, for me, I'm just trying to get comfortable with learning how each other play. The league's pretty different. I feel like it's very, not strict, but it's very, the refs are very cautious in how they play the rules around the ruck, especially. So I've got to learn how to be on the ref's good side, sort of thing. There's a few rule changes that have been different as well. So, I suppose learning each other's, learning the forward pack, how they play, and just having the confidence to speak up when I need to. If they're not playing the ruck, or if they're not giving me a good ball, I need to have the confidence to pipe up, and that's what's really key for a halfback. I think I've been fortunate enough to learn off Willie G and some good halfbacks, that's what they've told me. Just be confident in everything you do, if you want to spray the forward, spray him, sort of thing. So
we're going to talk a little bit about the new scrum offside law for the number 9. And one of the things that I've seen a little bit, you've seen a little bit from DC, but not as much as I would think so early in the game, is using the number 8 as your scrum half. Okay, so if you think about the way teams defend in from a scrum, what they do is they defend in pairs. So 7 and 8 cover one side, and 9 and 6 cover the other. And the attack always has an advantage because the defense has to have a fullback, at least one fullback back to cover the kick, right? And so that means the attack always has an extra pair of hands. And the way that you cover that is you use your back row to take that extra pair of hands away. But now with the number 9, and that's traditionally been used, right? Going to the right when you have a short side and you add the 15 and the 14, right? And there's only one winger to defend. And that's where the 8 hits the 9, the 8 gets the 7, 9 takes the 8, and you still hold the 2-on-1.
Picks. Utah.
If there's one thing worse than a bad loser, it's a bad
it's a bad one. But I'm not winning. That's the worst part. I even fell down. I just can't help myself. All right, Utah at New England. Pete, you go first.
I am on the Sean Pittman Utah bandwagon. They played great rugby. They moved the ball. I am 100% committed. This is a new Utah. They are going to be consistent. They've got a good scrum. They have a good defense. Schulte's playing great. I am 100% on Utah.
All right, Utah fans, when they lose this weekend, Pete Steinberg. That's Pete, P-E-T-E, Steinberg.
All right, well,
no,
we have 2 points. We've got to do points. So I like New England too. I think New England are a quality outfit, but I think this will be Utah 32, New England 24.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. It's going to be great to see New England at home finally. Like, really, I know that's a great fan base up there. They're really well supported. Season ticket holders finally get a chance to watch their team. They've got a COVID capacity sellout, I believe, at this point. If they don't, they're extremely close to a COVID capacity sellout. So it'll be noisy. It'll be ruckus. I'm calling the game, so I won't make a pick. Boom, on the fence. All right. Toronto at DC. I'll start with this one. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the 9-10 combo here. Do you put Danny back at 9?
Yeah. You put Danny back at
100%.
9, and you have Mike Dubalis at 10, who I thought really stepped up and played well. Like,
where did Mike go to school again, Pete?
Like
where did he go to school again?
He went to school at Penn State.
There you go, Penn State. He's met his quota for the show. He said it 5 times, which is what his Penn State quota is every show. I'm going to go DC. I can't believe I'm going to go against Toronto to be 0-3 to start the season, but they just didn't look like Toronto. They had some energy in the second half there for a bit, but man, I just see the fact that you're stationed in Atlanta for the whole year. I feel bad for them, and I don't know what it's going to take to turn them around. So I'll go DC by 8.
I'm wondering if Toronto's gotten better from last year when all the other teams, I think, have. I think Toronto, for the first couple of years of their existence, has been about consistency, like same players, same coaches. And I'm wondering if they didn't upgrade in some areas. They were loyal to the players that were good last year. I don't know. It kind of feels like that. Like I said, it's a bit of a preseason. The question is, can Toronto really snap out of it? DC look good. They've got like a great mole defense, which is really important in this league. They've got some really exciting outside backs. It's a tough one, but I think I'm with you, Dan. I think right now all the evidence points to DC. I think it's DC. What's your points for DC?
I'll go 8-point differential. I'll go 34-26.
So I actually think this is going to be a really close, tight game. I think it's going to be a little messy. I think DC wins 18-15.
Yeah. Toronto are missing the 3 M's, mate. Malcolm, McKenzie, and Moore.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of experience there, and there's a lot of things that they all brought to the team that I think they're missing. All right, San Diego, Atlanta. You can't do this one, so I'll jump on this grenade for you. That's a tough road trip from Vegas to Atlanta, but for the Legion. I think ATL, like I said earlier, are going to find their rhythm, and I think they'll get a win at home here. I think this will be a tight game as well. San Diego, I know you said you thought they were the better team against Austin. I'm the actual opposite way. I thought Austin was the better team, and San Diego were lucky that they just had a couple opportunities they made the most of to win that game. I don't think ATL will let them get away with it at home, so I'll go ATL. Tight game again. I'll go 24-14.